All right, we're starting now officially, okay? Hold on.
Y'all better sing loud because
All right.
She was told not to sing.
I was told not to sing too
That's
loud.
not what I said. All right, so this will start. You'll see messages here.
Great, I love it. Sweet. Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Tell them Rabbi Karen.
What year were you?
Okay.
I'm an Allen
You could sing
graduate.
Shalom.
It's
My daughter
everybody.
graduated
Okay.
5 years ago here.
Really?
Yeah. I've met you before.
Did you come to that ordination?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'd met you, but
Yeah.
You might have-
that's right, and we had lunch.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Please give your daughter a hug. I have been so long.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
my daughter has a baby.
Yeah. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
You call out the tunes. It goes that way, then that way. In case we need it. So we're gonna start. It goes that way down and then that way. Got it. Okay.
I'm not
You
sure
can read
how
my
to make
writing?
this.
You can
All right.
Rabbi
So,
Steve.
say Bimba.
Well, he's got to nig him first.
Rabbi Steve,
Yeah.
I don't know how to make this answer say. I don't know how to chat.
You don't have to chat. You don't have to talk to him that way.
I'd like to.
Well, you just type in.
I did, and it won't do anything. And then I press return.
Oh, that's because it takes a while to populate.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Or it's not working. One of the
I got my phone.
So, Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Shalom.
This is the service without a siddur, my favorite service. Because I don't have to look around and worry about, oh, jeez, can't find the page. What page are we on? 57. Just sing. Enjoy yourself, right? Okay. And, Rabbi, you have a niggin.
I have a niggin. So everyone, please join in. Lai 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 la la lai la la lai la la lai 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 lai
Very nice, Rabbi. You didn't write that. I know.
No,
You
some
I've heard.
some Rebbe in Lubin or something like that. You know, Lubin East.
Well, they are.
Europe.
Just want to say Shabbat Shalom to the world, to the Sim Shalom world. We're streaming on a gazillion platforms. Is anything working over there?
The chat is not working, but
Okay.
I'm chatting on Facebook.
Okay, so the
Live.
chat is not working, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know. I won't announce it every 3 minutes. Rabbi, what's our next selection?
Bimba.
Bim bam.
Let me see.
Oh, Shabbat Shalom, Bim bam?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Hine matov.
We know that one.
That's why we are.
Hine matovu malai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu malai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Yes, do it. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim ganayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Behold how good it is for members of the Jewish JSLI community and members of the Sim Shalom community from around the world to join together and be community. I want to welcome a rabbi colleague of ours, Rabbi Jay Weinstein, is here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
It's
Nice to be here.
I also want to welcome our officiating rabbis, their ordination weekend here at Sim Shalom. We have 3 rabbis that comprise our Bet Din. That would be Rabbi Monty Sugarman here on my left. Rabbi Sugarman from Saratoga Springs,
New York.
and Rabbi Billy Love, who you can't see right now because the camera's not on him. However, he's here, and he's going to be speaking in a little while. There he is. There he is. And and Rabbi Love is from Philly, home of the cheesesteak and Rocky
And Eagles.
and Eagles. Got it.
I just
That's
wanna-
true.
Can I say hello
Yes.
to somebody?
Yes, please.
I want to say hello to Rabbi David Gelman because he watches this every ordination and he
Really?
loves that. And so I want to say hello to you and your wife Alex.
He's wonderful. He's in Toronto. You know.
In Toronto.
What do we got?
Yedid Nefesh.
You got a Yedid Nefesh? Oh, God. Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Meshuchavecha El Ritzonecha Meshuchavecha see. Maya fe ayo shalom. Maya fe ayo shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Nice chord. Ah, magic.
Ooh,
You got one?
Why is it not in this wrong?
Okay. We should put out an album.
I'm up for it.
We could probably record it with you guys. You don't sound too bad. What do we got?
Shiru Ladonai.
Shiru Ladonai, I got one. Ready?
Okay.
Shiru Ladonai. You don't know this.
Yeah.
This is mine. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. See, they know it. So there's 3 claps. It's not that hard. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Sing a new song to Adonai. Sing a new song to Adonai. Sing a new song, sing a new song. All you people on earth. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Ladonai. Kol haaretz, bam bam. Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, v'tageh haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, v'tageh haaretz. Yiramayam, 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 Yiramayam,
More sheer.
You got a Mizmor Shir? You want to do that? Mizmor Shir Le'yom HaShabbat Tov Ve'hodol Adonai V'utamer L'shimcha Elyon V'utamer L'shimcha Elyon Lehagi B'boker Hastecha Ve'emunacha B'leilot Alei Azor V'alei Navel Alei Higayon V'ino Mizmor Shir Le'yom HaShabbat Tov Ve'hodol Adonai U'lezamer L'shimcha Elyon U'lezamer L'shimcha Elyon Ki Abba Ki Samaman. Thanks, guys. Big help. Mizmor Shir Le'yom HaShabbat Tov Ve'hodol Adonai U'lezamer L'shimcha Elyon U'lezamer L'shimcha Elyon. Was that off script too?
No, you back one.
Back on. Okay.
Romamu.
Romamu. You got a Romamu?
I just have the Roman.
Yeah.
Adonai Elohim, V'hishtachanu le'hakacho. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu, V'hishtachanu le'hakacho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romenu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachanu le'hakacho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachanu le'hakacho.
Lecha Dodi.
Which melody? Which melody?
Yeah.
We know of every melody you guys can imagine. So just throw one at us. What?
Rabbi Jay.
Rabbi Jay. Any melody you want, we've got it for you. Except
Except
the red one key.
I like that though. Let's get the
D minor. Shalom, aten lana, kam besimcha, uvetzala, to'erune, am segula, boi hala, echadori, ikrakala, enei Shabbat, nekabela, echadori, ikrakala, enei Shabbat, nekabela. Does anybody want to know why we do that? Who knows the reason? Why are we supposed to stand up?
Welcome to
Welcome
Shabbos.
to
The bride's coming in.
What bride?
Shabbat.
Shabbos is a bride?
Shabbos is a bride.
Okay, we'll go deeper. It's good. It's good. I like it. Thank you. Everybody sit down. Thank you.
Shabbat Hamalka.
Shabbat HaMalka. Yes.
Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem.
A little slower, right?
Shalom Aleichem. Malachei HaSharet. Bless us with peace, angels of the Supreme Kadosh. Baruch Hu. Rise in body or spirit, ladies and gentlemen, for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadash, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'al Yivrach Yiruteh, Be'amid Malchuteh, B'chayeichom U'v'yomeichom, U'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael. Baruch Hu, of course. Baruch Hu. You got a Baruch Hu?
I got a Bina.
To whom our praise is due now and forever. Shema? I knew it. Shema. Might as well stand up. Reform custom. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Why don't you be seated? V'yahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu Adamarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem, and the Lord your God, who is truth.
Shalom.
Bishamru. Iman?
No, I do it be mine.
Israel, Ohi Leolam, Ohi Leolam, Veshamru Bnei Israel, Et HaShabbat, Lasot Et HaShabbat, Ledoratam Berit Olam. Kishesh Yamim Asa Adonai, Asa Adonai, Et Hashanayim Ve'et Haaretz V'shamru Bnei Yisrael Et HaShabbat, Lasot Et HaShabbat, Ledoratam Berit Olam. Uvayom Hashvi, Shabbat Vayinavash, Shabbat Vayinavash, Shabbat Vayinavash, V'shamru Bnei Yisrael Et HaShabbat, Lasot Et HaShabbat, Ledoratam Berit Olam. Amidah. Please rise for the Amidah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotzeinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomer Vatzadim Tovim, V'Kodei HaKol, V'Zoher HaSteavot V'Gimahot, U'Mevi'u La'Livnei Bneihem, L'Mar Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, V'Ezra Tzara, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Michayei HaKol Atah, Rav Eloshia, Mashiv HaRuach, U'Marid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim V'Chesed, Mechayei Eitzim V'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Nofim V'Rovei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mayei Emunato B'Shenei Hava, V'Chamocha pause now for a sound. Shalom Vimrama Booyah say Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'ilbru Amen Ya'aseh Shalom
Sabbath prayer. You should do that. I know it's out of sequence, but it's...
Okay, everybody be seated. We'll sing a Sabbath prayer, and then we'll have a few words of wisdom. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from rage. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's way. May God bless you and grant you long life. May God make you good husbands and wives. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from sin. Favor us, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Wait a minute, he's got to fill it. Amen. those were pretty. Thanks for all singing and joining in. It was sweet to have you all here, especially my wife singing. All right, let us continue. Oh, I know what we've got. May I have this back? Thank you so much, Rabbi Love. All right. Well, Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, I think you all know me now. I'm Rabbi Stephen Blaine. I'm the founder of the online Jewish Universalist Synagogue, Sim Shalom, which people are watching right now, and the dean of the Jewish Spiritual Leadership Institute. And it's a great pleasure to formally welcome you all here this evening for our 16th JSLI Rabbinical School Ordination Weekend. I'd like to formally welcome the 2 additional rabbis who, together with me, will comprise our Bet Din and ordain our rabbis, our new rabbis. We have 5 new rabbis this semester. And so first of all, I'd like to introduce Rabbi Monty Sugarman. Getting a drink of water over there. There he is. Come over here, Rabbi Sugarman. Say hello.
I thought I was there, but okay.
Well, we need you again.
Shalom.
Shalom. Thank you. Rabbi Sugarman is the co-spiritual leader of the Synagogue Without Walls, or Chadash, based in Saratoga Springs. He and his wife Anna are independent modern rabbis who serve all branches of Jewish orientation and all people. He specializes in B'nai Mitzvah training. He has 340 B'nai Mitzvah ceremonies this year alone. No, only 2.
Maybe total.
Maybe. B'nai Mitzvah ceremony, life cycle ceremonies. Rabbi Sugarman also works as a hospital chaplain for St. Peter's Health Partners in Albany. And he's also a New York State licensed marriage therapist, a musician, as you can tell, and a healer. Now, Rabbi, Professor, and Judge William Love is, of course, Rabbi, Professor, and Judge who hails from Philadelphia.
There we go.
There he is. There he comes the judge. That's perfect. Stay there. He's got a BA in Criminal Justice from Temple University, JD Law, Western Michigan University Cooley School of Law, and he is the Chief Hearing Master, Philadelphia, of Philadelphia's Municipal Court, the Emergency Domestic Violence Unit. From 1997 to the present, he has been the Social Science Department Chair at the Community College of Philadelphia. And from 2015 to the present, he's been a criminal justice professor at the Community College of Philadelphia. Professor Love has taught at the Jewish Community High School of Gratz College for 8 years and is a member of the Society Hill Synagogue in Philly. And he's a JSLI graduate as of 2014. This Shabbat we read from the Torah portion Vayera, in which God appears to Moses and says to him, I am the Lord, who to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob I'm known as El Shaddai, Almighty God, but I did not make myself known to them by my name. I'll leave tonight's message to Rabbi Love. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. Doesn't matter. It's all right.
You just said it.
I just did
We're
it.
done.
We're done.
Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabbat. He's going to stimulate your minds, obviously. And tomorrow morning, Rabbi Sugarman will share his take on Vayera with his Devar Torah. How are we doing with, what are we doing with you? Oh, time, we're very good. Okay, so I'd like to do a quick meditation with you all. If you wouldn't mind standing up. I want to share a meditation with you from one of my mentors, Rabbi Joseph Gelberman. Rabbi Gelberman was a contemporary, Rav Zalman Shachter Shlomi, founder of Jewish Renewal. Rabbi Weinstein came through Aleph. And both rabbis were on a similar path. They both engaged in spiritual enlightenment and were progressive in their thoughts and teachings, particularly around Kabbalah and the interfaith. And it's from Rabbi Gelberman's inspiration, frankly, that the seeds of JSLI were planted. Rabbi Gelberman was known for his wisdom and humor despite a challenging life. He experienced religious persecution as a child in Hungary, and then again as a young rabbi when his wife and young daughter were taken to Auschwitz by the Nazis, never to be seen again. Rabbi Gelberman's greatest gift, perhaps, was that he was early to embrace the idea that although religions are different, the intention is always the same. The intention of getting closer to God. It sounds simple, I know. I've just read an article that using diagrams and graphs has been proved to actually be the best way to explain complex issues. And Rabbi Gelberman used to say, this is how I want to illustrate it. Remember the way he told I want to illustrate it this way. Imagine a blackboard, and over the middle of the blackboard are the names of the religions. I'm channeling him there. And over the religion is a big G, meaning God. When you look at it, I sound a little bit like Rabbi Sugarman now. And when you look at it, you realize we're all going to the same place. How true that is. So let's help each other to be the best that we can be. This evening I offer you all an opportunity to take a journey to spiritual and emotional freedom in this meditation. Rabbi Gelberman always took great joy in leading this meditation. So I invite you to please close your eyes and join me at our spiritual mikvah. Hold out your hands to your sides with your palms up. Now, feel the drops of heavenly water hitting your hands. 1, 2, 3. Now, take your hands and the water, touch it to your forehead and wash away. Use it to wash away all the negative thoughts, all the fears, and perhaps, most importantly, all the judgments, ladies and gentlemen. Wipe away all the judgments. Now bring that water to your eyes and wash away all the blinders that keep you from seeing your fellow human exactly as humans are. They're in God's images of your brothers and your sisters. Now bring that water to your ears and clear your ears so that you may only hear truth and that you are able to hear any cries for help and for support. Now bring your hands and the water to your mouth so that you may only speak of truth and love and kindness and joy. Now take that water and spread it over your body, front and sides and back, and clean away all that negativity that we all have, all that negativity that we've built up, so we can begin fresh and cleansed and pure in God's eyes. And now before you open your eyes, I'd like you to conclude as Rabbi Gelberman would. I want you to sing with me. He didn't have such a great melody for this, but I remember it. I am ready, I am ready, I am ready to serve the Lord. I should write a better melody. Rabbi Monty. Sing with me. I am ready, I am ready, I am ready to serve the Lord. And he would ask, he would say, are you ready? And people would say, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready to serve the Lord. One more time. I am ready, I am ready, I am ready to serve the Lord. You know, you rabbis, you better be ready. Get ready. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. And now I'd like to bring up my dear friend and colleague, Rabbi Billy Love. Yep. Oh.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
5 years ago tonight, I was sitting in this very room, like this, all weekend long, waiting, hoping, praying that I was going to be ordained. tomorrow night. In this week's Parsha, God reveals himself to Moses, employing the often referred to expressions of redemption. God promises to, number 1, take out the children of Israel from Egypt. Number 2, to deliver them from their enslavement. Number 3, to redeem them. And number 4, to acquire them as his own chosen people. Under God's direction, Moses and Aaron repeatedly come before Pharaoh to demand in the name of God to let my people go. Despite a pretty impressive magic show involving Aaron's serpent swallowing Pharaoh's magician's many serpents, the hard-hearted, also known as stubborn Pharaoh, was unimpressed. I have to go off script for a minute. So when we were lighting the Shabbat candles, and that one candle just would keep going out, I was thinking about the Parsha, and that was a really stubborn candle, like a stubborn Pharaoh. Anyway, God then unleashed 7 of the infamous 10 plagues upon the Egyptians, namely blood, frogs, lice, wild beasts, pestilence, boils, and fiery hail. After the second plague hit the Egyptians, frogs, which covered the land, entered all the houses, even the ovens and the kneading bowls, Pharaoh begged Moses and Aaron to pray to God to remove the plague, after which he would release the Israelites. Moses prayed to God, and the frogs died. However, Pharaoh reneged on his promise. After the 4th plague hit the Egyptians, wild beasts, which destroyed almost all of the land, Pharaoh offered the Israelites the option to stay in Egypt, while at the same time being able to worship God. But Moses rejected this offer. Moses was not sent by God to negotiate a deal. Pharaoh then capitulated and offered to release the Israelites if the plague came to an end. Moses prayed, the plague ended, and Pharaoh reneged on his promise once again. After a couple more plagues, Moses warned God that a catastrophic hailstorm would descend upon the land, killing many humans, animals, all the trees, and all the vegetation. This was plague number 7. And for a minute, you might think that Pharaoh's hard heart finally softened a bit when he declared the Lord as the righteous one, admitted to sinning, claiming his people were the guilty ones, and offering to release the Israelites if God would stop the hail. Moses again prayed, the hail stopped, and guess what? Pharaoh reneged on his promise again. We all know there are 3 more plagues to come, locusts, darkness, and death of the firstborn, but not in this week's Parsha. Stay tuned for another week's Parsha. I want to spend a moment or two focusing on Pharaoh's behavior in plagues 2, 4, and 7. What is common to his behavior in these 3 plagues? Well, he didn't keep his word. He broke his promises. Had he kept his promises to release the Israelites after any of these 3 plagues, he could have spared himself and his people considerable punishment for their sins. Pharaoh turned out to be a very weak leader. Pharaoh went down in the history of humankind as someone who compromised his own people by failing to keep his own word. In researching this week's Parsha, I Googled the words leadership and promises, and at one point somehow ended up on the famous Dale Carnegie course training website. For those of you too young to know, or Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that Dale Carnegie, where it is stated, good leaders should follow and embrace the following 4 beliefs. Number 1, always tell the truth, no matter what the situation. Number 2, choose integrity, even if other strategies are easier to do. Number 3, stick to ethical guiding principles in every instance, regardless of the outcome. And number 4, keep every promise, no matter how small. Again, number 4, keep every promise, no matter how small. I, as a proud rabbi, ordained through the Jewish Spiritual Leaders Institute 5 years ago at this very center, and each of you 4 who are soon, God willing, to be ordained, I would hope that each of us strive to follow and embrace these 4 beliefs. In closing, I would like to leave you with a short, meaningful saying. I got permission from Shifra to use it, so here we go. Promises are like crying babies in a Broadway theater. They should be carried out at once.
I like that.
Shabbat Shalom.
Absolutely.
Shabbat Shalom.
I agree.
Just talk.
Shikoah.
Thank you.
All right, let's do a Misha Berach for the sick.
Right.
This is. There'll be a lot of names, unfortunately.
Yeah, let me.
This is on you.
Yeah, well, all right, I'll do it. Then,
So type in the names of anyone you would like us to acknowledge, and we're not going to be able to read them all out unless we see them. Carol, if you see some,
Sure.
yeah, and we'll do that.
yeah, all right. You want to name them after? Or?
Yeah, after we'll do one time through, and then
Okay,
just
I have
bam.
some names too.
Bless the source of strength, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Okay, anyone here want to mention anyone who's sick? I just vamp on the C A minor F G.
Itia Meira, Bat Rachel Achuva, and Amalia Bat Miriam.
Stephanie Cummings.
Margaret Rose.
My cats, my parents, Ruvain, and Rabbi Art Silverstone.
A lot of people very close to us, huh?
Gilmore, Robert, Dorothy, Jasmine, Marie, Ruth Ginsburg, Marge, Lois, Ann, Betsy, Cliff, Marianne, Harold, Michael, Debbie, Susan and NC, R. Marie, Vincent, Rabbi Amakai, Norma Jean, Kathy, Rusty, Stu Goldstein, Amy, Kiko, Luis, Rosa, Quintino, Raul, Pedro, Alberta, Marta, Joao, Antonio, Yaakov, Zvi, Ben Hendel, Rabbi Marie, Jake J, Stan K, Heather P, Patrick Butler, Ellie G, PD, Marie Louise, Selma Bat Ida, Hannah Bat Shandy, Luis Rodriguez, Mier Ben Sorka, Helena Lopez, Shayla Bat Sharon.
There's a bunch from Facebook. Robert, Dorothy, Jasmine, Marie, Ruth Ginsburg, and Amy.
And any that we don't mention, they're still in our thoughts.
All the others unnamed.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, mind, and let us say Amen. We're going to send our healing energy to all those people around the world. We've got a lot of energy. There's us here in Florida. There are people in Australia and Canada and in Portugal, all over the world that are watching us, in Japan. So let's focus that energy and heal, help those people to feel better. And now we can begin to conclude with Aleinu. Please rise. L'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'atei gevurah v'yoseh reishi, shelo asan k'goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu v'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam Elokeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anavnu oreim u'mishtachavim u'modim v'nei melech malchei amlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai v'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo Please remain standing as we join together for the mourner's Kaddish. Who do we lose celebrity-wise? Did we lose somebody?
The Heller's person.
Who?
Amos Oz.
Oh, yes.
Almost all.
Who?
Amos Oz, yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
read 3 of his books, and I just ordered another one, and he's a very profound person. But God bless him.
We lost someone else too.
That Heller person.
Captain and Tennille.
Oh, yeah, Captain
Really?
Tennille.
Right. Just,
Not
Ramon
Tennille, the
Ramon.
captain.
next
The
week
hell-
is
what
Debbie
is that?
Friedman's
Yard
yard
Ben-
not Ben. Herb Kelleher.
So
Herb
8 years ago.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
8 years ago, Debbie Friedman.
Debbie Freeman. I want to put in my grandfather, Moshe David Goldsmith, and Sonia Schwartz. They're your sites of this week coming up.
And anyone online who
Bob
types in their
Einstein.
names. Someone else?
Bob Einstein.
Oh, Bob Einstein. Oh, yeah. Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei b'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, Shemei Dekudesha, Barichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechamata, Damiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru. Amen. Please be seated. All right, announcements for tomorrow. So tomorrow, it's not for you watching. This is for the group. But all right, I'll tell you. So first of all, we're gonna have a little wine afterwards. Hope you'll join us. Stay for a little bit, and then tomorrow morning, our breakfast is at
8:30.
8:30.
Oh, 8? I think maybe 8.
8?
Check it.
8:30.
Really?
If Carol says 8:30, it's 8:30.
Yeah,
Trust
I
me.
had seen that.
So 8:30, and then Carol's got it.
Yeah.
8:30.
Good.
And the schedule's promptly. Don't
8:30.
wander in at
All right, and then the
8:35.
service.
And then the service is at 9:30.
And,
Oh.
the schedule's are by the door. Well, the service is about 9:15 probably.
9:15. Okay, I'm sorry. Listen.
It says 9:30, but we'll be
Okay.
there.
All right. Well, we'll tell them at breakfast. Okay. And then after that, we have a Shabbat service. The class 16 is leading the service, right? So I'm off. We're off. And we'll sing some songs if they want us to. And then we're going to meet and talk about right afterwards. After the service, there's this little snack prior to lunch, and we're going to get through at least one of your papers. You're going to be presenting your papers to the group and the rabbis. And then will come lunch, Then after lunch, we will have more papers. Oh, mincha, and then more papers, and then you're free until the ordination, and then till dinner. So you probably have an hour or two, and then tomorrow night's your ordination. Fun. All right. What would you like to close with?
I have that song I wanted.
That's
do you
what I
have,
wanted
do you
to
have that? It's just I had learned it. I don't know if it's this person Josh Nelson. He's a rock and roll and Jewish music, but it's the words are Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah, right?
Do you want to tape it?
It's so just 4 or 5 words. Yeah.
Want to
Okay.
tape it? Okay.
So see if you could once you hear the melody, learn it. See if you can sing along. So Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Shir Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Shir Hallelujah. Hava Nashira Shir Hallelujah. Shir Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Let's go have get a little shikha. Don't get too. Who doesn't know what shikha means?
Then he makes you do your short version of it.
All right, don't get shikha, please. Just get a little. Oh, this is broadcasting. Happy. Get a little happy. Shabbat shalom, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.
Shabbat shalom, Yishkar.
I'm not sure how to turn this off.
Okay. Okay, just say. Yeah, okay.
Let me stop streaming.
Yeah, let's get this done.
What?
Is that dog a Newfie?
Yes, yes, sir.
My daughter has a
Just 'cause,
Newfie
I
poo,
don't know.
and so it's a mix.